Ammeter is a device which is used to measure current that flows in an electrical circuit. So when you connect ammeter to measure the current in an electrical circuit, it should not produce any change in the current that is already flowing in the circuit. So the resistance of the ammeter must be very very low so that it should not produce any appreciable change in the current that is already flowing in the electrical circuit. Usually a galvanometer is converted into ammeter by connecting a low resistance in parallel. So this is the galvanometer. This galvanometer is having a resistance Rg. When you want to convert this galvanometer into ammeter, a low resistor must be connected in series. This low resistor connected in parallel to the ammeter is called shunt resistance. So if I is the total current that flows through the circuit, when it comes here, A, it is branches into two. Ig is the maximum current that flows through the galvanometer to produce full scale deflection. The remaining current I minus Ig will flow through the shunt resistor. So the value of the shunt resistor decides the range of the ammeter. So since these two resistors are in parallel, according to the law, we know voltage across the galvanometer is equal to voltage across the shunt resistor. So according to Ohm's law, voltage is given by V is equal to IR. That is Ig into Rg is equal to I minus Ig into S, or S is equal to Ig by I minus Ig into Rg. So this expression will give the value of the shunt resistor that must be connected in parallel to this galvanometer to convert this galvanometer into a ammeter of I ampere range. Or I can say Ig is equal to S by S plus Rg into I. So this expression will give the current through the galvanometer. So current through the galvanometer is given by S plus Rg into I. So this is how we can convert a galvanometer into ammeter. So the effective resistance of the ammeter is equal to 1 by R effective. Since these two resistors are in parallel, effective resistance is 1 by Rs or S, 1 by S plus 1 by Rg. That is, resistance of the ammeter is S into Rg by S plus Rg. Since S by Rg is small, S by Rg is small, S by Rg is small, Ra is also small. So we see that Ra is very very small than Rg. So since Ra is, that is the resistance of the ammeter is very very small, ammeter is always connected in series in an electrical circuit. So when we connect ammeter in series, this ammeter will not produce much variation in the current already flowing through the circuit. So the scale of the ammeter is calibrated in ampere. So this is how to convert a galvanometer into ammeter. So ammeter is having very low resistance. It is always connected in series. An ideal ammeter is having zero resistance. So actually the real ammeter will not measure the actual current that is flowing through the circuit. If I ideal is the current measured by the ideal ammeter and I actual is the actual current that is flowing through the circuit, then percentage of error is given by delta I by I into 100. That is the percentage of error is given by I ideal minus I actual by I ideal into 100%. So this is how we can find percentage of error in an ammeter. If you want to convert a ammeter into range of n times, the amount of resistance is given by S is equal to R by n minus 1. R by n minus 1. This is how to convert a galvanometer into ammeter. Next we are going to see how to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter. A galvanometer is converted into voltmeter by connecting a high resistance in series with the galvanometer. So voltmeter is a device to measure volts. So we are having a galvanometer. This galvanometer of resistance Rg is to be converted into a voltmeter. So it is converted into voltmeter by connecting a high resistance in series. So this is called as voltmeter. So and the scale of the voltmeter is calibrated in volts. The range of the voltmeter is decided by the high resistance that is connected in series with the galvanometer. So if Ig is the current that flows through the galvanometer, the same current will also flow through the resistor. Here I, the total current, I is equal to Ig. Or I can say if V is the voltage across the 2 points A and B, then voltage is equal to V is equal to IR. I, that is Ig. V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR into resistance G plus Rg plus RH. Therefore, Ig is equal to V by Rg plus RH. Or I can say RH is equal to V by Ig minus Rg. This expression will give the value of the resistor that must be connected to this galvanometer to convert this galvanometer into a voltmeter of V volt range. So here we see that V by Ig minus Rg is equal to RH. So here Ig is proportional to V. If voltage difference is large, there is a large flow of current through the voltmeter. So the deflection produced, theta is proportional to Ig. That is, theta is proportional to V. So the deflection produced in this galvanometer is proportional to the voltage. So it will directly measure the voltage in the circuit. So this is how to convert a galvanometer into a voltmeter. The value of the resistance that must be connected is determined by RH is equal to V by Ig minus Rg. So, in order to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter, high resistance must be connected in series. What about the resistance of the voltmeter? So resistance of the voltmeter, since the two resistors are connected in series, it is equal to Rg plus Rh. That is RV is greater than RG or RH. So the resistance of the voltmeter is very high compared to the resistance of the galvanometer and the high resistance. Since the resistance of the voltmeter is very high, voltmeter is always connected in parallel to the external circuit. So when it is connected parallel, it will not vary the current that is already flowing in an electrical circuit. So an ideal voltmeter should have infinite resistance. So voltmeter must be connected in parallel. An ideal voltmeter should have infinite resistance. If you want to convert a voltmeter of V volts into N times, the value of the resistance is given by RH is equal to R into Rg. So this is how we convert a galvanometer into voltmeter.